Ba, 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 ram, ba, 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 ba. It wasn't even the same note. Not even the same. Sup Net, Kirk FM here for Comic Impact, bringing you the top 5, the reviews that you need to know of the comics you should be reading. Honest reviews, very serious critiques, and delivered in a very not so serious way. Anyways, this is the week after San Diego Comic-Con, and traditionally it's always a lighter week for releases, so we've got a slightly different video for you. We're just going to keep to the top 4. The top 5 is actually going to be a quick little tiny roundup of comics that were great. Actually, I'm just going to say it. Everything that came out this week, even though it was a lighter week, was all good. It was all really good stuff, and I got a couple really great surprises in there for you. So let's just hop right into it, alright? Number 5 this week are comics that you should be reading that are still knocking out of the park. First, we're going to start with Moon Knight number 17 by Colin Bunn. This is volume 3 in the entire series, even though they're kind of calling it an unofficial volume 3. I want you to be reading Moon Knight, and it's for this reason. It's Marvel's take on Batman, but imagine Batman having, like, a more mystical, spiritual background. Also, Robin number 2 by Gleason. We're still talking about it over at Comic Impact. The series is doing great. Number 2 definitely proves that issue number 1 was not a fluke. Silver Surfer, The End of Days. It's a little bit of the Secret Wars tie-in. And just keep coming back from Mike Allred's art. Actually, the whole Allred family. His husband and wife work on the team. And that is a reason why you need to be checking it out. Also, for a personal little tidbit that I need to let you guys know, if you're a huge Doctor Who fan like I am, it's a Doctor Who comic. It's Silver Surfer, and he's got a companion, and there's all these really great Doctor Who references. The newest issue actually has an Allons-y reference in it, and even way back to the first issue, there was this really great moment because his companion is called Dawn, and you actually see Silver Surfer go, "Come along, Dawn." All the feels. Number 4 this week, I'm going to go with Planet Hulk number 3. This series has been fun. It is a Secret Wars tie-in. It is all happening in Greenland, which is just a gamma-irradiated wasteland of giant monsters that will fuel your nightmares. It's all different types of Hulks, tribal Hulks, scavenging Hulks, cannibalistic Hulks. There's a really fun Hulk by, I think we're calling him Doc Green, and he's actually a very intelligent Hulk. He's also following Captain America and his best bro, Devil Dinosaur, and their relationship fucking rules, because, by the way, it's Devil Dinosaur, and now we are starting to see some backstory, and this Captain America's relationship with Bucky and this giant war that they had, and this whole thing is all about traveling to go save Bucky, because he's been long lost, and it's Cap's best bro. I also can't wait for Bucky and Devil Dinosaur to have, like, a jealousy thing, because they both can't be Cap's best friend. Maybe I just wrote a little bit of fan fiction that I'd like to see later on in the series, but it's still fun to think about. And then number 3 this week is something I'm really excited to talk about. This is actually one of the biggest, most pleasant surprises that was in my poll. And it's called The Island. It's by Image Comics, and it's very thick. Right away, you're going to be turned off by the $7.99 price tag. And I'm going to tell you right now, absolutely worth it. If you like periodicals like Heavy Metal that have lots of different short stories that will be continued throughout several months and trying to tell the story in a long play way. Oh, there's so much good stuff. Some of the stories are like Heavy Metal meets Adventure Time. And there's a lot of new talent coming through that's being showcased in this. There's even one short story by Kelly Sue DeConnick, and I'm really excited to see what Image is going to do with this as a vehicle. And actually, as excited as I was for The Island, number 2 this week is even more exciting. I'm just excited they actually made this comic book to give me the opportunity to say this on camera and to put it on the internet. Number 2 this week is Godzilla in Hell. Oh, it felt so good to say that. It felt good. Just Godzilla in Hell. Oh, that's just, get excited. Get excited. Say it with me one more time. Godzilla in Hell. We've never made it as a heavy metal singer because my voice can only growl for like maybe 30 seconds and that's it. But Kurt, it's Godzilla. He doesn't talk. Where's the story? He's going to hell? Is he going to have, like, you know, a really deep, meaningful conversation with Lucifer about, you know, the meaning of life and why he ended up there? No. If you're a fan of just monster, mash down, beat down, epic fights, and beautiful, beautiful artwork, this is right up your alley. It's by James Stokoe. If that name sounds familiar, he is also the guy behind Orcstain on Image Comics, and that's his ongoing. Also really fun. I'm pretty sure if you go check out Comic Book Girl 19, a year and a half ago, she had a really great review on that, and I really want you to go check that out. I really implore you, because you'll kind of get some more insight to who Stokoe is. He does all the art, he does all the story, and it seems like he's very heavily influenced by a lot of French comics. He is a Canadian comic creator, so that kind of makes a lot of sense. I do want to throw a bunch of examples of French comic books and creators that you should be checking out, but I would also be doing a huge disservice to the French language. But one of the most creative things I've seen in this, I've probably gone through the comic at least 4 or 5 times now, and the art is so amazing that, with the exception of one part that is sound effects font, the only bit of dialogue or words that I've seen in the comic is actually hidden in one part of the art. And with the exception of the intro, that is so an awesome, epic, cinematic way to open up the series. I'm like blown away by how great this title is, how creative the storytelling was. The art is fantastic. The fact that it's just one guy doing all of this is very mind-blowing and very inspiring. Please, Godzilla in Hell, go check it out. And then, as we usually do in this list, when we go through 5 to 2, I try to balance it out with the disappointment of the week. But like I said, we're not going to do that. Believe it or not, this week was great. Like I said, it was lighter in releases, but there was no disappointment. There was so much really good, meaty stuff that came out this week. So, we're just going to skip it. You don't want to be bummed out. I don't want to be bummed out. I don't want to naysay or bad talk comic creator this week. I'm still riding high off a con, so why would we fucking ruin that? Let's go straight to number 1. You knew it was coming, and it's rightly deserved. Number 1 this week is Hawkeye 22, the end of the Fraction Aja. I don't know how you say his name, but just fucking glorious art series of Hawkeye. This is a benchmark for how great comics can be and where they're going. This series ends perfectly. In one issue, he's still asking questions that up until the very last page finally get answered. There was no stopping it. I didn't feel like there was any lag in the delay between issues. This is just fantastic. Fraction definitely, again, proves what the comic medium can do and what it's very capable of. There's so many great, rich, deep themes that are accomplished in this series. You know, just the idea of camaraderie, understanding who you are as a person, understanding the people that you're surrounding yourself with, and then also trusting that even when you can't see them, that you've made a very positive influence in people's lives, that they've got your back even when you don't realize it or see it. It also goes back and references the beginning of the series, and you start to see a couple of pieces fall into place and where the timeline is when certain events happen. And I'm really excited. I'm not sad to see the series go. I'm happy to see it end and be so perfect all the way through. That's something very rare we get to see in comics, especially in long-form storytelling, especially from the big two, Marvel and DC. They did it. They did it great. They did it their way. It's just the Sinatra song singing in the background. I did it my way. Bad. Sorry I ruined the review. But yeah, I'm actually excited to see a series end that I fell in love with. It was perfect. And like I said, it was a very short week, but some really great stuff came out, and this list was definitely comprised of you going out there and taking some chances. go do it. Really good stuff. Really great. Just new ways of telling comics, and I'm really excited for that. Like I said, I'm still coming off the high of San Diego ComicCon. I have not hit my con depression, and I'm pretty sure I was able to avoid it this year. Let's see, what else should I be telling you? Please like and subscribe. As always, when you make it this far into the video, it really makes me feel good. It means that you're spending your time with us, and it really is appreciated. It's a lot of fun, and it's very cool. Comments down below. Please tell me where I got it right, where I got it wrong, what you think I should be reading, what you're reading. I love that stuff. I want to talk about it. The new podcast came out this week. It's exceptional because I snuck on it. I'm usually not on the podcast. But it's myself, Sheldon, and Darren just getting down with other issues that came out last week. Also, Billy D. Williams makes an amazing, awesome special guest appearance at the end of the podcast. That is a giant lie, but you still need to press play to find out what I'm talking about. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you next week, hopefully with a bigger stack. And, yeah, keep it coming. See you guys.